They had a friendship. I don't know why their friendship fell out. Their friendship was before before Biggie and Pop. So I don't know why they fell out. I know every girl that Tupac had, Puff wanted and got. So, all right, what happened was that I guess Pac had got whiffed that Jay-Z was in town. Well, you know he gonna do a show because Jay-Z, he doing a show. But you gotta realize Jay-Z had became an enemy of Pac because I think he had said some, was gonna do a song with Big or whatever like that, the whole 9 yards. So Jay is now Pac's enemy. So it was just good business just to chill out with that. But they was trying to chill out the whole thing. They had a big meeting and Puff wouldn't send a representative or let Zip or Chaz represent him in the meeting. And then it came out.
These shocking new details about why Diddy and Tupac never got along have come to light. A bouncer who used to work for Gene Diddy says that Diddy was always jealous of how close Tupac was with Biggie. Some people even say Diddy wrote a $1 million check. Gann says Eric Vaughn flew to deal with Tupac and that the FBI could look into Diddy's money trail to see if it shows that Diddy was involved in the hit on Tupac.
He said that Diddy, he was jealous of the relationship between Tupac and Big. And he also went on to say that Diddy, he wanted to be friends with Tupac, but Tupac wasn't interested.
Diddy and Tupac was friends at first, bro. I remember the time me and Diddy rolled up to Pac in, I think it's what's the name of that club? The Roxy. There was some kind of concert going on and they was talking and everything. They had a friendship. I don't know why their friendship fell out. Their friendship was before before Biggie and Pop. So I don't know why they fell out. I know every girl that Tupac had, Puff wanted and got. So did he have jealousy? Yeah, he had a jealousy of Pac. But I think that it was more so that he knew Big was the meal ticket and that Pac wanted Big to be with him with Thug Life, but he didn't have the money at the time. And when Big got the money from Puff, Pac gave him the blessings to go with him, but he also told Big that he had to watch Puff because Puff was gonna rob him blind.
So you believe Kirk Burroughs when he say that, Diddy, he was jealous of the relationship between Tupac and Big?
I don't know if I could say he was jealous with his relationship with Big. He didn't like Pac. It's something that happened between Pac and him that he didn't like it. So if my man or somebody that I'm working with is dealing with somebody I don't like, I'm gonna have a dislike for that relationship they have. I don't just think it's jealousy. I think it more was just a dislike and a hatred that somebody I'm working with is working with somebody that I don't like anymore or I got a problem with.
So you feel like it was intentional when Diddy was getting with, the same woman that Tupac already had?
Yeah. I think that he purposely went after the girls that dealt with Pac.
Why you think he did that on purpose?
Because when you have an envy of someone, remember Puff tried to get that Juice movie and Juice, but they gave it to Pac. So when you have an envy of somebody, if you can't beat them, the closest thing you could do is have what they got. Have what they had or try to get what they got.
Yeah, that makes sense. And Kirk Burroughs, he also said in this interview that Diddy, he would encourage Biggie to make songs that was beefy.
I don't think Kirk Burroughs was correct on that because Biggie didn't write around Puff. Big always wrote wherever he wrote at and then went to record. If he wrote anything, or came up with some kind of concept of something. You're not gonna find too many times Big and Puff was in the studio together where Big was recording. Puff may come in after the work is done and then add his little, take that. Bad boy. But Big always record, because like when we were doing the music to Bone Thugs and Harmony, Big said, I ain't writing You sat there and smoke up all their weed. And he waited till he got to New York and then came back with the song. Flipped their whole style. Big didn't ever write around nobody. Looked like Puff never, told Big what to write and what not to write.
But everyone knows that Pac was smart and had a great sense of how people really were. I think Pac saw that Diddy was lying and chose to stay away from him.
Shoot. What's the story behind Jay-Z being afraid to come out his hotel room because of Pac?
All right, what happened is that I guess Pac had got whiffed that Jay-Z was in town. Well, he gonna do a show because Jay-Z, he doing a show. But you gotta realize Jay-Z had became an enemy of Pac because I think he had said was gonna do a song with Big or whatever like that, the whole 9 yards. So Jay is now Pac's enemy too. So Chaz Williams, who was over Black Hands. Black Hands was one of the labels who did that Black Gangsta, every artist in New York on. And Chaz, who is now getting into the music business, has become a music executive. And he was once a former gangster who was on American Gangster BET because they had him down for robbing 161 banks. That's what they put in their program and everything. But Chaz was a gangster in New York City that became a music executive. So he gets a phone call saying that Jay is not gonna come out the room because Tupac threatened him. So he's not gonna do his show. Can he make some phone calls, you understand, to get Pac off the bullshit? So I think he may have talked to Big D, and Big D and Eric B called Suge, and Suge was laughing, saying that wasn't him. Because they tried to make it seem like it was Suge that was doing it, but it was Pac. So I guess Suge called Pac. Pac let him go ahead and do his show and everything like that. But Jay was scared to come out his room.
So that story was really true about Jay-Z being afraid to come out his hotel room.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, he was scared. Probably still is scared.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. And Suge, he told Pac to chill out?
Yeah, Suge told Pac to chill out. You know what I'm saying? Because see, they was trying to, you got to realize is that it was going to call a dissension because they were trying to start Death Row East Coast. And that would have been Pac, Eric B, and you know what I'm saying, all the dudes here in New York. So then they're going to have groups coming back and forth from Cali to New York. So it was just good business just to chill out with that. But they was trying to chill out the whole thing. They had a big meeting and Puff wouldn't send a representative or let Zip or Chaz represent him in the meeting.
Yeah, that's a wild story. And who told you this story, if you don't mind me asking?
I was there.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, man. I didn't know you was there. So you was there when Jay was scared to come out his hotel room. I had no idea, man. I
used to roll with Chaz every day, bro. And then it came out. And then it came out, somebody else told the story. But that, I think it may have been Dame Dash or something like that that told the story. A lot of my stories get out, man, but they don't believe when I tell them. They believe it when they hear it.
Oh, man. And also in this article, a guy named Damien, he's a former intern at Bad Boy. He said that, when Diddy and Jennifer Lopez broke up, Diddy, he had staffers kept outside, MTV, TRL studios with signs trying to win Jennifer Lopez back. You know anything about that?
Everywhere. See, what happened was Jennifer had this personal assistant, and I don't know what she owed Puff or what Puff did for her, but he was able to call her and find out everywhere Jennifer was at. You understand? She was somewhere. He sent 100 dozen roses and was trying to get Luther Vandross there to sing for her. So I believe Damien, because I was there when he was making deals with the personal assistants of Jennifer Lopez and finding out where Jennifer was going to be so he could send people over there. You understand? With gifts, roses, and all this other shit.
Wow. So he was really trying to win her back then.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt, bro. But they wasn't listening. You know what I'm saying? These guys is hard-headed, man. I used to tell people, yo, when he was dating Jennifer, I said, y'all know Private Eyes is following us, right? PIs is following us. And PIs will be following us. And I don't know if Jennifer had the PIs doing it. I don't know if Benny Medina, somebody who had some kind of relationship with Jennifer, had Private Eyes following us to see what Puff was doing.
Crazy, man. How you feel about Biggie's mom reaction to the video? Her saying that she wanted to slap Diddy.
Well, I think she wanted to slap him way before she saw that video. Big Mother wanted to slap Puff way before that. Because if you ever see her in anything that they ever gave for Big and Puff was there, she was always distanced to him. Because she probably believed after having that conversation with me that Puff played some kind of part in her son dying, her son's death. Because why would he lie to Big's mom and say he didn't know me when all the investigators, the cops, told her, have a conversation with Gene Deal. Gene Deal gave us the information on what happened, what transpired. Why would Diddy tell her that he didn't know me? So she would probably want to smack his face way before that. That just gave her more and more reasons when he seen.
Diddy reportedly forced J-Lo to bring a gun into a New York club, and because of what he did with the weapon, she had to spend the night in jail. It seems that JLA was actually Diddy's target.
I know we're doing this old school taping again and release, but this is something I think y'all gonna really, really enjoy on this Sunday morning. It's a conversation with somebody that y'all love. Y'all love Mr. Gene Deal. And so I get a lot of conversations, or I get a lot of requests in the comment sections saying, man, you and Gene need to do a sit down. You and Gene need to do an interview. And I'll be like, dang, we got that many new people that's in the comment sections? Shit, me and John did one with him about 4 or 5 years ago. So we decided to put this audio up. We cutting it up because it went a little longer, but we cut it up for you guys. And we decided to put it out and let y'all conversation between Gene and I that we had, answering a lot of the questions. It's not going to be if y'all here for P. Diddy and Diddy bashing or conversations about that. This is not the interview for this. This was all around the surrounding of the identifications and the Biggie assassination, and Gene and I just talking it out like men. So hey, Sunday morning, drink your coffee, or this afternoon, it ain't no good games on. Unless you're into baseball, give us 30 minutes of your time and watch this interview. I think you'll learn a lot about it, about where we have our differences at, but how people can have a differences and have a decent conversation. So bomb first, we'll be back at you later on the day, or definitely by first thing in the morning on Monday with some interviews, because man, we got a lot of things we're going to be covering this week. That goddamn Keefy D getting bailed out. That goddamn Whack 100 bailing him out. the Kendrick Lamar situation, and all of that stuff. So peace bomb first. Check out the Gene Deal.
A good friend of mine, a guy that you all know out here in the YouTube world, Big Gene Deal, just called me, and he great blessed us for a few questions and answers right quick. And so we got Gene Deal from the Raw Deal Show. Y'all know what his YouTube channel is because he be doubling my little platform, doubling and triple. So y'all all know the cooking master.
There you go with your boy. There you go with your boy, man. What's going on, man?
This is Bomb first, man. Talk to my people, my boy John. I'm sure you heard of John. Know John. If you say what's up to my people over here.
Glad he asked me to come on because I don't mind doing that for him. So what's up, Reg?
I appreciate it, Big Gene. Man, we ain't gonna. Everybody know what you and I stand on on all the stuff that we are known for. So we just gonna say what's up and talk and see what anybody got any questions over there. I don't have no questions to ask you about that because I already know your opinion and it makes sense. It makes sense. And I understand why you feel that way. But you know my opinion as well.
Well, you know what? Like Reg, can nobody tell me nothing but what I saw? And I've always been adamant about what I saw and what happened that night. You and I both know that when the FBI do their investigation, they do a thorough investigation. You understand? And I was found credible, and I told them the truth. You and I both being former law enforcement agents, we know if you lie to the FBI, you're going to get 5 years in felony, and you're going to get 5 years in jail. So I know what I saw. I know what happened. You got people coming 10, 15 years later who wasn't there, who didn't give you the same statements I gave then I gave now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worrying about nothing, man. I'm retired. I'm trying to live my life. I'm actually on vacation right now. You called me on vacation. So, I'm just, like I said, I don't know how my time's going to be, and I don't know when you're leaving. So that's why I'm here. So if anybody want to ask some questions, as long as that ain't asinine and some old dumb bullshit, I'll answer. I ain't got no problem with that.
Respect, man. Okay, so all right, I'll just hit up the board and see what y'all got from Big Game. Okay, let's see. You say, come on, y'all. We know that Big Gene don't believe that Coochie was involved. Gene, if you can just tell my people what you believe, and just so they won't have to keep asking that question about Coochie and all of that, because I know what you believe, and if you can just explain out to the people what you believe, so they won't have to keep asking that question.
I believe the same Muslim who walked up to me and puffed that you and I both know, and your man said that he saw the picture that they showed me the night, the day that they came to my job and we was in the hotel, of me, Puff, and the Muslim, and his face was messed up. That same Muslim was I guess his name is Amir Muhammad or Harry Phillips or whatever, walked up to me and Puff car. 5 minutes later, he walked in. After he walked up to me and Puff's car, he walked in the direction to the corner. I didn't see him no more. I didn't keep my eye on him. Lil C, when we got to the hospital, Lil C said a Muslim killed Big, and I said he had Paul offered. One of the security guys said a Muslim. I said, yo, did he have a blue shirt? A blue suit, white shirt, blue bow tie, peanut looking in? He said, yeah, Gene, how you know? I said, he walked up to our car first. So that's the same statement I gave everybody. That's the same statement. I'm sticking with it, and I know what I saw, and I know what happened.
Okay. Many things were done to hurt him because of his court statement, but Diddy Gandeal still has a lot of power on this platform.
You and I both know that when I said, if I'm wrong, and I told you to tell Greg Cadence, if I'm wrong, prove me wrong, show the picture. He said they had the picture. Am I wrong or am I right, Reg?
He said that on our stream, that he had the picture. He said
all right. So prove me wrong.
To get the picture, and I didn't get the picture. I got a
Right.
picture, but you said that wasn't the correct picture. That wasn't the picture you were talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So he know the picture I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You understand? They know the picture I'm talking about. They showed me the picture. They told me, listen to me. And Greg Caden had nothing to do with this investigation way back when in 97 when
Correct.
it came to my job.
Correct.
You understand? He had nothing to do with that investigation. The cops, cats, and all of them told me, we're going to fix the photo and bring you back out there, or we be back out there in 2 weeks. Now, they never came back out there, and they never brought me there. The next time I heard it was doing a deposition for Miss Wallace. You understand? So now, if they were interested in getting the killer big, they had the photo. They had a law enforcement agent who said he saw him walk in that direction. You understand? So now, if they was interested, they would have took care of that right then and there.
Okay. I got a question. Death Row East wanted to ask you. He said, could you ask Big G if Michael Clark Duncan was supposed to be the bodyguard of Big on March the 9th, as he claimed? Or any story?
He made that up.
Okay, he made that up. Okay, yeah, I heard
that up. I'm gonna give it to you 100.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know Michael. I know him before we went to Alcorn State together.
Okay.
He put a freshman on me, like trying to get at me, because he's from Chicago. He used to mess with my dude Maurice Bollingham. He used to be real cool. He had this freshman come at me, Tommy Tyre, and I had to put it on him in the lunchroom.
Let me ask you this, Big G. Was Amir Muhammad? When did you first see the picture of Amir? What year did they show you that? That picture.
They never showed me the picture of Amir Muhammad.
Oh, okay. So you never identified Amir Muhammad as
they never showed me the picture. They never showed me Amir Muhammad. The LAPD never showed me Amir Muhammad.
Okay. That should clear up a lot of questions that people have that I'm seeing. Okay. John, kind of help me with the board because it seems like people asking good questions.
Okay.
And I don't want them missing.
Yeah. Somebody said, ask him why he didn't circle Amir in the lineup. I don't know what that's.
He just said he didn't ever.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
See, listen here, man. Listen, they try to portray, and the reason, and Reggie told me me and Katie used to talk in the whole night. We don't need to talk because he blatantly told a lie.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
When he said that I picked out, I said, this guy, they look like him, but it's not him. The one that Lil C's did, the facial structure is not strong enough. You understand? It's not him. And I had a lawyer there with me. You understand? I had a lawyer there, Eloise Nurse. She is the governor's David Patton, one of his lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
She was there with me taking notes in the whole 9 yards. And she could attest to that I never picked nobody up out that lineup. So when Greg told that lie to make his program look good, you understand? That's why I cannot with him. And Red, that's why I told you I wouldn't with you.
Yeah.
You know, listen, you've had some good conversations, Red. You understand? You told me like you thought that was Keefy D at the moment in back of the Soul Train that you pulled your gun out on, and I told that was Gutter. That was Keith Gutter.
And ever since then, I've been correcting that. If you've been watching anything I say I correct it all the time and say, hey, you set me straight on that. And yeah.
Because he wasn't with them like that, right there at that particular time. But the whole thing about it is, man, a lot of people come here and they want to take information that people didn't do a good job with it when they first had it in the first place, and then they want to try to make it something like I.
Gene doesn't hold back either. He disclosed that Diddy had a long-standing issue with Tupac's swagger and his impact in the rap industry.
Well, the shit that I talk about is that I know personally, and the shit I talk about Pac is somebody who was with them. See, Keefy D ain't never tell y'all it was some other guys with them who they spared off when they seen Pac now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It was some other guys that was with them that they sped off when they seen Pac and them. They said, "Oh, there go them niggas right there. Oh yeah, we're gonna go holler at them. All right, we'll see y'all back." And they was right there when that happened. You understand? So Kiki D know that, and Red, you and I both know. I came to you, and you ain't tell me. I told you. I said, Red, you know there was 2 guns in that car, right? And he said, and the first thing you said to me was, "Yo, how you know that? How did you find out about that, Jim?" I said, "Some of my peoples told me like that." And they told me the situation. And you said, "Yeah,
he never got to pull those guns out, though."
No, he never got to.
Okay,
he never got to. But if you know you going to have a situation and stuff like that, and somebody make a move like that, and you got somebody in the back who's supposed to handle something, they're gonna do what they supposed to do.
Yeah.
Point blank.
Yeah.
And then, people try to give me this conspiracy, this, that. Man, I know what my man told me. He told us that night, and when he came back from Vegas, he demonstrated what he saw to us.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And he got mad at me because I said his name. And I said, but don't nobody know who you are, bro.
Yeah.
I said your name, but nobody knows who you are. I never gave him a first or the last name. I gave him your street name.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. Let's talk about TTD a little bit since we brought him up, though. So there is knowledge that TTD was hanging around you guys, though, correct?
Yeah, he was. I told you I seen keep you on 4 or 5, even 3 to 5 occasions.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just, everybody asking about, if you can just explain to people what you always said about the DJ Quick, about what the DJ Quick stated. If you can just explain that to him over here. I know you probably done said it 100 times, but.
Listen, when we came up to the car, first thing before I even knew Big was, hit, Tone said, "Come on, Gene, let's go." We hopped in the car and chased the dude for about 2 or 3 blocks when we couldn't get at him no more. We couldn't get him. So we came back to the scene. Instead of me standing up there with Puff and them, I went down to the Peterson right in the driveway, and I played the wall. Because I know, and people always come back to the scene, or they have somebody around who's going to say something. What you call? We know that as law enforcement, and as I was against the wall, just chilling like I was like nobody seen me, like just how you chilling against the wall. DJ Quick was on his cell phone. He said, "Yo, I think they got one of them niggas. They said they was going to get him. Yeah, somebody from Bad Boy. I think they got shot. They said they was going to get some. They said they was going to get him." And as I'm going towards him, he's about, we're talking about 7-8 yards, I guess. As I'm going towards, because he's talking loud front. You know what I'm saying? I'm going towards him, and Paul comes and grabs me. "Come on, Jim, what you doing up here? We gotta go. We finna get, we finna, take Big to the hospital." Because the ambulance never showed up, because it was another incident on the other side of the museum that the ambulance and the fire department was there. So, whoever did it, they stayed that real well. And I still think that it wasn't nothing from, it wasn't no gang members. It was a planned hit, bro. It was a planned hit.
So that's why you think law enforcement was involved, because of the planned hit?
Well, I think somebody who has some professional experience on what they did and how they did it, because they had to First of all, we're there at the Peter Museum. They try to do, people try to say that it was a drive-by. It was never no drive-by. The guy was parked at the whole night. You understand? So that means that the cameras on the Peter Museum and the cameras across the street and the cameras down the block know that car, and they saw that guy come back and forth in and out of that car all the time. You understand? Way before those shots even went off.
Let me ask you this, and this is where I always get confused at, and I think you're about to clear it up right now. Well, I want to say first, if it's a planned hit, have you ever heard of any law enforcement?
Gene also doesn't hold back, admitting that Diddy has a running feud with Tupac Swagger and his influence in the rap game.
Using their own personal car?
Their own personal car?
Yeah.
No, I don't think I ever had. But you know, Preacher had a mean dude with him that was doing all kinds of crazy. And he was law enforcement.
My point is the guy that they say is law enforcement is David Mack, and they try to say David Mack, and my point is, well, why would he use his own personal Impala car to do a drive-by shooting? And that just don't make sense on a plane.
It wasn't a drive-by shooting.
Well, okay, a shooting from a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we want to take the plates off and what your car, it could be anybody's car, right?
Okay. Okay. The other thing was, okay, so you said the guy was sitting down the street in the car the whole time, but then you also said the guy came and looked inside of the car, the moving guy, the tall guy. So you're not saying he was the actual shooter, you just think he was coordinating this.
Well, like I said, I did not see him shoot Big. I said he walked in the direction and where Big got shot at. And Lil C said a Muslim shot Big. And I said with the blue suit, white shirt, blue bow tie. And they said yes. So that's where that came in at.
Okay. All right, y'all. So y'all getting it straight from this. You know, I'm trying to ask y'all all the stuff that over here that y'all have questions about, and he's answering it straight up, y'all. So, yeah, John, you see something else about for Big G? Because I see a whole bunch of stuff, but I want to maybe talk about stuff they can answer about. Okay. Let me just read this. If it was a planned attack hit involving police officers,
just listen here, Red.
Okay.
Well, first of all, where's the footage from the museum? You understand? That museum had cars that cost millions of dollars. They knew that a Black Urban magazine was going to do a party there. That means, to me, they're either going to beef up security or beef up the cameras, make everything working and all that stuff. This happened on the corner of the museum. It wasn't even 20 feet from the museum. It's from the museum wall to the curb. You understand? It happened right there. So you're going to tell me they don't have footage? You're going to tell me across the street didn't have footage? You're going to tell me down the block around the corner don't have footage? Come on, man. What happened to the footage?
Yeah. Why would you think the police wouldn't want to solve this case?
Well, think first of all, Red, is if they did have individuals, not who did it, but had a part to do with it or played any kind of part in that. Big was at the time was worth $400 million or better.
That lawsuit and all of that didn't come up until 5 years later.
Right, but still in all, you got to talk about his work. You got to talk about his work. And if they did have something to do with, and all the shit that they have been, you know, the agency, we had, like in New York, we got the 30-30, we had the Dirty 30, we had the different law enforcement agencies that was doing crooked shit and stuff like that. That happens everywhere. You get a few bad apples in any kind of situation. So, but if these guys had something to do with that, you understand, they could go back into their agency. Maybe they felt like they was going to be responsible. And then with all the other shit that was going on with the riots and all this other stuff like that, maybe they had to clear, or maybe you had to say, yo, we can't see that we had any kind of part in this, or any of our people had any part in this.
Okay.
I'm getting dirty looks right now, but go ahead.
Okay. All right, we'll hurry up.
Hey, Gene, do you feel the story about Puffy asking Southside to do the thing to Tupac and Suge, do you find any validity in that or no?
What you say? Did Puffy did what now?
Do you think
he's talking about?
Yeah, do you think he had anything as far as with the Southside Crips to have them do anything to Tupac and Suge? Do you feel that what Greg Case?
No. Let me just say, it's this kid that he was a Southside Crip that Puff was close with, and that was D-Mac. Not the David Mack that's the police officer, another guy,
right.
D-Mac.
Okay.
Tupac's alleged loyalty to Biggie infuriated Diddy, who saw him as a threat to his empire.
in the whole 9 yards. And I've heard, you know, man, my people, this, that, and the third, that's the same book. But for me to say that, you know, that Puff would orchestrate anything with this kid to do anything against Suge and Tupac, I wouldn't say that. But I did hear Puff say something. I just thought that, like at the time, it was some kind of self-fulfilling prophecy he was saying when he said, I don't give if the Pac gotta die, I don't give if the Big gotta die, or Suge go to jail. He was just that mad after that Soul Train.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, to say that I ever heard him, you know, to do something like that now. Have I heard the bullshit? Yeah, I heard the bullshit. But I only heard it with around D-Mac or whatever like that. Even when I tried to tell him the night that Big got killed, man, we shouldn't go nowhere because two or three different gangsters told me that they was coming to get us. So he said, yo, man, we lock and load together. I said, nigga, I don't see none of y'all locking and load. What are you talking about?
You the only one. You know.
Yeah.
Hey, do you believe, what's your belief on Tupac? I know you don't like to speculate, just like I don't like to really speculate on Big because I wasn't there. But what's your opinion about Pac? Do you believe the Kid Diddy story or what?
Well, you got to look at this. You got to go with behavior. And you got to listen to what transpired and what people say. You know, like, I don't believe that TPD them was going to kill Pac. And I told you, I don't believe that they was going. I believe, like they said, Orlando Anderson wanted a fair one with him. You understand? And I believe when they roll up, there was enough time to, yo, what's up, man? You know, Bob, they did. And, you know, Pac being who he was and the gangster position he had always, you know, portrayed and everything like that. When he saw a dude and they started smacking off, it's just something quick that happened that they would have thought about it or something like that. It probably wouldn't even went down the way it did.
Okay. One more question, because I heard you say your people looking at you crazy. Little C's and Little Kim beef. You got anything you can speak on that, or you don't really like speaking on that?
They beef?
Yeah, are they cool now today?
I heard it made up and everything like that. That was something that, you know, because they didn't have the right people in their ear at the time, it shouldn't have even never went down there. Like, Lil C's is a kid. You know, he was a kid at the time. Somebody should have went to him and say, see, you don't have to say nothing. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right and don't say nothing. They can hold you into contempt until the trial is over. But after the trial is over, you're going to get out of jail.
Okay. All right.
Lil C said, all Lil C said was, yeah, I know Damian Butler. Yeah, I know Kim. No, he know and stuff like that. What he said, he told the truth. But if you don't have the right people talking to you and your legal team is something, they just looking for cash, it'll cause situation amongst people like that. Little Kim, you understand, they say she kept it gangster and stuff like that. She messed up her career by going to jail.
Yeah.
You understand? She did not have to go to jail. They had pictures, they had receipts, they had film. They knew she knew Damian Butler. They knew she knew him. Yeah, I know. She ain't said nothing wrong. But see, our ideology of a people, you know, everybody talking about this snitch, this rat, and all this other bullshit. Get the fuck up out of here. If they tell me you know Reggie, I say, I know of Reggie. You know what I'm saying? We talk on the telephone. You know what I'm saying? You call it every one of you. You can say the same thing about me. I'm not going to sit there and, you know, F up my life with something I know they already know.
Yeah. I got one for you, Gene, if you don't mind. Were you with Biggie or Puffy when you found out about the Tupac shooting in Vegas? And if so, what was your reaction? What was their reaction?
I was on 112th Street.
Okay.
We got a call as soon as it happened.
Okay. And what was?
I told you some of our people was with them. It was like, oh, it's about to be on and popping now. That's what we said.
Okay. But you never heard what Puff's reaction or anything was when he heard about it?
Well, Big reaction was so stuff he got smoked out of his mind and went through a car window. Big was actually devastated behind that because
According to Gene Deal, Diddy's shady maneuvers have prompted others to investigate a range of topics, like as the specifics of Diddy's father's death, which has increased criticism of him. Ever wonder why Diddy, also known as Puff Daddy, hasn't been put in handcuffs yet? Well, Gene Deal knows why the FBI raided his crib, found 250 cameras, and there are multiple lawsuits rising. For this reason, Diddy hasn't been found guilty yet, and according to Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, the police seem to be connecting Diddy to KAD. Additionally, there are rumors of new proof in Tupac's murder case. It seems that the federal government wants a good case before they even consider arresting Diddy.
It's a term in the legal field that you could indict a ham sandwich, but the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 98 point, you have 1.8, only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they do, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury. One witness. And we know who that witness is going to be. Cassie. She filed a civil suit against him. So it only takes one, in this trafficking charge, it only takes one witness. Now we got other people like Jonathan Odie, who was one of the workers, that he gave a testimony, or well, he gave some information to some agents that he was working, doing acts with Cassie, cross states, going back and forth, this, that, and the third. So it only takes one witness. So now, the reason they haven't went after him because there's more to get into. It's more to get into. It's not only the trafficking, it's the alleged, the guns, the alleged drugs. And I'm saying alleged because they haven't came out with any formal charges yet. But when they come out with some charges, bruh, and you hit it, the Southern District of New York do not play. And people don't play with them. So I don't understand why this stuff ever even got to this point, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. The reason they haven't came down and got him yet, they going through his taxes. You hear what he said? They had all the people that he did business with. That they're gonna go through everything that he did with a fine-tooth comb. And when they set that and they get what they call discovery to his lawyers, he either say, I'm gonna take the time, because if he go to court with it, 9 times out of 10, he gonna spend the rest of his life behind bars. So the reason they haven't did it at this point, it's a lot of paperwork, bro. They got a lot of people working different angles. They got the drug angle. They got the tax angle. They got the, what else? They say the drugs, the tax, and then they got the guns that were found. They got to do a trace on the guns that they were found in the house. And then if you got 250 cameras, there's a lot of footage that them agents got to go through. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. They got a lot of work. What they took, how many years to indict Keefe D? They took a lot of years to indict Keefe D. And now he's sitting in jail. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. And it ain't gonna happen overnight. So I would think that probably in the next two months or so, you might be looking at something, bro.
And you said that Diddy, he got over 250 cameras?
He had over 200, they found over 250 cameras in his house, man.
Damn.
Alleged. That's what they were saying.
So you do believe that Diddy is going to prison?
Oh, he going to jail, bro. And yo, and I don't wish jail on nobody, on the for real. I don't wish jail on nobody. You understand? But they already got their star witness. And you only, for one charge for the trafficking, You only need one witness. One witness. That's crazy. I don't believe R. Kelly. You see what they did to R. Kelly? He went to jail for trafficking. He was dating those girls. Those girls was living at his house. Those girls was going back and forth with him willfully. How the hell did he get trafficked? And Diddy don't. Based on Cassie paperwork.
And you pretty much the main eyewitness that can confirm that they was friends, so.
Stop it, man. No, you said a mouthful right there. Bruh, eyewitness, they did have a relationship. Keefe D, I've seen them on a number of times. They were gambling together. They were drinking together. They had fun. They was hanging out in hotels. Yes, they did have a relationship. That's no ifs, and a buts about it. That was before me. That was before Zip. Them two had a relationship. Keefe D and Puff. That's known. You understand? So now, as far as me having any information whether he commissioned Keefe D to do a murder, nah, bruh. That ain't me. I can say, yo, they can ask me, did I see Keefe D? Yes, I did. Was he around? Yes, he was. In what capacity was he around? Gambling, having fun, drinking, and talking. Did he ever did security? No, he did not. Now, did he use his manpower, his dudes around him, around us, and people could thought they was a part of us? Yes, they were. It made us seem like we had Crips with us doing security. It made it seem like it, but they wasn't. They was there to have fun and chill. Now, if something jump off, would they have done something? Maybe they would have. But there's not no time that I know of that they were being paid to be there. They was giving free tickets to party, to come there and have fun. And that's how Puff U's do.
So if they call you, you don't have no problem testifying.
You're being leading, as the lawyer would say. Your questions was leading right there. If they want me to testify, I'm going to testify and tell them what I know, what I seen, the times I seen him. Like they say he was at Soul Train with us. He was never at Soul Train with us. Not one time. But they got him being at Soul Train with us. He was at Soul Train with somebody else. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie for nobody. Bro, you gotta realize, Vegas is feel right there. They got circumstantial evidence. They have no physical evidence. Where's the gun? Where's the car? You understand? Where's the eyewitness? Murder's one of the hardest things to prove, bro. 9 times out of 10, it's like people who sitting behind bars for murder, they pled out. They ain't go to trial. They got a lesser charge, whether if they started with first degree murder, they might went down to second degree or manslaughter or imprave indifference. Assault in the first degree with imprave indifference. It's hard to prove. And with no evidence, 27 years later, everybody's sitting up here saying, he said it on tape. He said he was going around bragging. He was going around saying this. Bruh, who put that information out first? Who put the information out first? The police. The police put that out. So they gonna break the proffer agreement. Everybody, all the guys right now who the DEA, the FBI, the ATF, anybody who got a federal crime against them, and they sit up there and try to say, yo, we're going to give you a proffer agreement, which we know that's queen for a day and everything. Dude got to go in there and testify. You know what's going to happen? Know what they're going to say? Man, you ain't going to cave in me. I'll be sitting up there telling you everything, and then this shit goes being taped, and it don't supposed to be taped. Dudes is like, yo, you ain't going to cave in me. Not at all. So they don't have no evidence. They don't have no physical evidence. And then if Keefe D go in there, he was like, yo, they put that out, you know, so I just rolled with what they were saying. I was lying. I want to sell books. I want to do shows. How many times Keefe D was on your show? He was on your show because he was supposedly been in the car that the guys that murdered Tupac. That's the only reason he was on the show. They got one eyewitness. He may not testify, but he made a statement on national television, TMZ. Suge Knight. Free Keefe D. He wasn't even in the car. Right? Didn't he say that?
Right.
That's the only eyewitness we know. If the prosecutor them come up with something, if they follow the letter of the law, Keefe D would be home. If they have something that we have not heard of nor saw that can incriminate him more and incriminate Puff more, then we're going to have two people going to jail. But if they don't have anything that we haven't already heard of, that we haven't already saw, he'll be back at the crib.